In this video, I'm going to go over how to build an X29 in SOLIDWORKS. Here you can see I start off with one image of the X29 and its various orthographic positions. So I copy this image 3 times, labeling them front, top, and side. So now that I've selected the front image to start with, I'm going to use Paint's selection tool to select a square around the plane and then crop it down to fit just around the edges of the image. Next, I'm going to open the side picture in Paint and repeat the same process using a rectangle to select the tool. I'm going to ignore the front nose part. And then I crop it down to fit just around it. Then I'm going to select the top. Again, remember I'm keeping these all open at the same time. I'll explain why later. So I crop the image down to fit its surroundings. And save the changes. So here you can see this image is 335 by 191 pixels. And so we're going to want to apply that to any relevant areas. So we've decided to resize the side profile to match that 335 pixels from front to back. We can also see the span should be 191 pixels, so we're going to rescale the front image to match that. We also want the vertical dimension to be 97 tall. So now we're at the SOLIDWORKS step, so I'm going to go to my front plane and create a sketch. Then I'm going to go to Tools, Sketch Picture, choose Front because it's the front plane. I will OK it, then I'll go to the right plane, Sketch. That didn't seem to select correctly. Create a sketch on the right plane, Tools, Sketch Picture, Side, Open. Yep, so that's loaded in. And you can see they properly line up, which is good. So I'm going to exit that sketch, go to my top plane, Sketch, Tools, Sketch Picture, and Top. And they all line up. So now I'm going to create a new sketch on my front plane, or exit sketch first. And I'm going to mainly use straight lines to create the plane. And for this one, because of the way I tend to analyze my planes, I'm going to make it symmetrical down the center. So I'm going to create a line here first. And I'm also going to ignore the landing gear on all of my elements. Yes, if the resolution and image quality were better, the plane would probably look better, but this is primarily for demonstration purposes. And now we're going to trim off the excess line here, so it creates one big thing. We're also going to create a spline curve better, get this shape, and trim off that. And now we're going to go to Sketch, Mirror Entities, mirror everything except this, and mirror about that. And then we can delete this line, and we have a cohesive shape here. So we're going to keep that in our back pocket and go to the top plane. And I'm going to start over here. And I'm just tracing along the image lines. And changing things slightly when I want to based on how I plan to analyze the plane. And this one I will also do symmetrically, so I'm just going to stop at the end once I get to the middle bisecting line. And carry it right down the middle over here. And I'm going to do a spline curve for the nose of the plane curving around. That one didn't quite line up the way I liked it to, so I'm going to start that over again. Drag that over there, and trim the entities. So we get a blue thing here. And we're going to mirror entities again. Mirror everything, holding Control, deselect that line, and then mirror about that line. Check that, delete the center line, and exit sketch. And finally on the right plane, create a sketch. We're ignoring the landing gear still. Going to start off with a spline curve right about here. So as you can see, it's still selecting or trying to recommend dots from our previous sketches, which you can use if you want to. They will give you a general sense of where they line up on the other sketches, but they should match regardless. So again, just using straight lines to connect most of these elements because the quality is so low. But I was really interested to look at the X29. And there's no symmetrical aspect here, so we have to go around the entire image. Again, ignoring landing gear. And once we get to the nose, we're going to do a spline curve again. And finally a straight line to connect everything. And we're going to exit sketch. That one may need to be redone as it was not generating a whole image, or there was no blue aspect that fully showed it was enclosed. I'm going to check that real quick. Oh no, it's good. Okay, so next we're going to go back to the front plane, create a sketch. And this time we're just going to select the entire frontal area of the picture and exit sketch. and we want to evaluate this side image, so we're going to go back to its sketch, and we can see that it is 13.18, etc. inches long. Exit sketch, and we're going to extrude this rectangular image backwards that length. So now we just have a solid brick. We need to rotate this image, by the way, which we will do. Yes, I did not see that at first, so that is still an easy fix. So sketch tools, rotate, select everything, center about the origin, and we want to rotate it 90 degrees. Then we'll move it vertically. So sketch tools, move. Select all entities. And we'll start from this point till it lines up vertically with the origin. And then repeat that process. And move it by the very front point, which we want to line up with this line here. Okay, now we're going to go to each of our sketches, and we want to edit something on each of these. We're going to create a box around it that goes well past the size. No precision to it, just make it extra large. And now we're going to select each of these sketches and go to Extruded Cut and select Through All on each of them. Yes, and now, as you can see here, we have an approximate plane shape. And I'm going to hide these sketches so we can more easily see the plane. And there may be some aspects that we want to round out more so, and filleting is a great feature for that. However, I will not be doing much of that in this video. So here you can see we have a rough, very rectangular X29